No one anticipated the trio of names that would show up together on the majority of crucial basketball conference call. Past WNBA's Caitlyn Clark, greatest sensation, discovered herself in dialogue with two legendary figures whose basketball greatness is defined by names. Across generations, Michael Jordan and Bird Larry. The declaration that arose from this extraordinary working together has the ability to change more than women's basketball, but the whole professional landscape. Endorsements for sports, business, collaborations, and athletic heritage. Construction. However, what might unite? The most formidable rival in history, the final clutch performer, as well as the rookie rewriting all of the records in basketball for women? What is the announcement? Might be so important that it needed these three basketball greats to combine their impact and voices? The consequences of their cooperation might change everything we know regarding the sports industry and mentoring across generations. The wealth of professional basketball, the mentoring history of renowned players, and encouraging new talent throughout various leagues and times. These relationships frequently go beyond basketball competition to include commercial collaborations, endorsements, partnerships, and joint endeavors that leverage celebrity power and proficiency. Michael Jordan's continuous basketball participation is widespread beyond his athletic career by way of the Charlotte Hornets ownership, his Nike's collaboration with the Jordan brand, and his calculated bets in a number of sports-related enterprises. His impact when making business decisions in basketball, continuing to influence the sector for decades. Following his retirement, the work of Larry Bird. After playing, the following has happened. Positions as executives for the Indiana Pacers, in which he was the head coach and president of operations for basketball, proving his ongoing dedication to the growth of basketball and success of the organization. His understanding of basketball operations gives a useful viewpoint on the player, career management, and growth.
Larry Bird is walking away from the top job in the Pacers front office. Bird officially announcing his resignation as Pacers president of basketball operations.
The rise of Caitlyn Clark as the WNBA's the most marketable player has produced extraordinary business opportunities, alliances, and endorsement agreements that might profit from affiliation with renowned basketball figures who comprehend the business facets of achievement in sports. Concerns are raised regarding what kinds of joint ventures could be appealing to each of the three parties and how their combined power could influence the commercial environment of professional basketball in both leagues for men and women. Caitlyn. During her debut season, Clark became known as the player with the most commercial value in the history of endorsement deals in the WNBA. Sales of items and appearances in the media that surpass all prior accomplishments in professional basketball for women. Trying to obtain his autograph on the front row. From Caitlyn Clark, her ability to get a job go beyond conventional basketball fans. Her collaboration. Nike stands for one of the most important endorsement agreements ever. Endorsed by a WNBA athlete. Although particular financial details are kept private, the deal comes with a signature shoe, development, clothing brands, and advertisements that place Clark as a world-renowned basketball figure. Extra deals are an element of endorsement collaborations. Wilson's Sporting Goods, Gatorade, and other brands looking for connection to her record-breaking performances as well as extensive social media. After these collaborations exhibit her attraction as a cross-cutting viewers with a particular interest in basketball. Clark's presence on social media surpasses that of numerous NBA players that have millions of followers on many platforms who participate, using her material at speeds that produce substantial marketing value. Partners. This influence from digital media produces chances for creative marketing, strategies, and brand partnerships. The profitability of Clark's debut. The season has changed significantly. WNBA player marketing expectations, potential, and established fresh standards for what are the best female basketball players can accomplish in terms of support, income, and brand alliances. Michael Jordan's business after playing. Due to his accomplishment, he is now among the richest former sportsmen in history, with an estimated net worth of more than $3 billion, mostly thanks to his Jordan collaboration with Nike as a brand and strategic expenditures in a range of sectors. The Jordan name produces more than $5 billion in income per year for Nike, which makes it among the most product lines endorsed by successful athletes throughout history. Jordan's continuous royalties from this collaboration keeps producing an annual income of hundreds of millions, decades after he retired. The Charlotte Hornets owner gives Jordan direct control over NBA player development and operations, while his numerous business ventures consist of eateries, auto businesses, and sports-related businesses that capitalize on his well-known brand and business savvy. Jordan's strategy for typically business collaborations entail strategic partnerships that complement his brand values and competitive heritage. His participation in any announcement would probably concentrate on projects that improve basketball advancement or produce new chances to excel in sports. Sports business analysts observe that Jordan support or collaboration participation can significantly rise the market value and public focus for any endeavor, resulting in his involvement that is very important for projects looking to have the biggest possible impact and legitimacy. The relationship with Larry Bird basketball is more deeply ingrained in Indiana than Eli's for most individuals. Having been raised in, played collegiate basketball at the state level, Indiana State University, and subsequently holding executive positions with for more than 20 years, the Indiana Pacers. His knowledge of basketball culture in Indiana offers a distinct viewpoint on player growth. As the head of basketball activities for the Indiana from 2003 until 2012, Bird Pacers shown a remarkable capacity to assess talent, execute calculated trades, and create teams that are competitive.
Jordan's beauty supply has spent the last 45 years on 79th Street.
He was named NBA Executive of the Year for his accomplishments in building playoff quality rosters and nurturing youth participants. Bird's coaching background with between 1997 and 2000, the Pacers featured inspiring the group to reach the NBA Finals and obtaining the title of Coach of the Year, demonstrating that he can translate playing superiority into leadership and growth of other athletes throughout varying degrees of competition. His renowned for being intelligent at basketball, fierce rivalry, and dedication to he is a great mentor because of his excellence. Figure for young athletes looking to optimize their capabilities and maneuver the difficulties in the workplace. Professions in basketball. The geographic relationship between Bird's legacy in Indiana and the present role of Caitlyn Clark. The Indiana Fever produces organic chances for guidance and cooperation that could profit from Bird's profound knowledge of basketball, regional culture, the combination of Jordan's history of competition, Bird's basketball acumen, as well as Clark's increasing dominance is a special fusion of basketball brilliance over many leagues and times. Everyone offers unique viewpoints and knowledge that could provide strong opportunities for collaboration. Jordan's basketball strategy was established by unrelenting pursuit and competition of excellence, attributes that ring true with Clark's own fierce rivalry and dedication to quality. There, a common desire to dominate basketball builds organic relationships in spite of competing in various leagues and eras. Bird's basketball knowledge and intelligence. Many gaming tactics support Clark's a critical perspective on basketball and her capacity to interpret defenses and produce chances for teammates. Both players' court vision is well known, and the capacity to uplift colleagues' performance via clever play. Each of the three players represents a distinct characteristics of great basketball.
Eastern Conference Finals MVP trophy has been named after Larry Bird.
Bird's individual supremacy, Jordan's basketball and team leadership, intellect, as well as Clark's groundbreaking influence on the visibility of women's basketball, and financial achievement. There are queries regarding how their combined impact could be used to develop projects that help the growth of basketball everywhere, various populations and levels, perhaps incorporating youth initiatives, business, coaching, or education. Initiatives that support the growth of basketball. The professional business environment. Basketball consists of a variety of possibilities for intergenerational collaborations that take advantage of combination star power, knowledge, and market clout to establish new businesses or improve current ones. Activities. Training for basketball. Facilities and MIs are one example of possible area of cooperation. Combining the competitive standards of Jordan, coaching knowledge, and Clark's comprehension of the contemporary player. Development to produce all-encompassing training regimens for prospective sportsmen. Media and content production endeavors might profit from the combination viewpoints of three legendary basketball players who are aware of various facets of the game and is suitable for a variety of audiences across demographics for gender, age, and as well as degrees of competition. Support, collaborations, and product creation. Opportunities could include joint signature goods, basketball or training gear, associated goods that take advantage of the combination credibility and brand strength of each of the three partners. Investing, chances pertaining to basketball, enterprises, IT firms, or projects involving sports infrastructure could gain from their joint financial resources and expertise in the field, and capacity to draw in more investors through their participation and support. Any cooperation, including Caitlyn Clark founded the NBA. Legends would probably have elements centered on the advancement of women's basketball, prospects, exposure, and commercial feasibility at different levels of competition from youth programs via leagues for professionals.
They win the WNBA championship.
They have a lot to prove, but I am putting them in the conversation of contenders.
The participation of Bird and Jordan in women's basketball-related actions would result in unheard of credibility and attention to development initiatives, maybe obtaining funding, press attention, and degrees of involvement that surpass anything that has been accomplished in women's basketball. The amalgamation of Clark's impact in women's basketball today, given Jordan's legendary fame, and Bird might establish mentorship initiatives, growth coaching clinics, and actions that improve the caliber and awareness of women's basketball throughout every level of competition. Company collaborations that incorporate women's basketball elements could perhaps assist in addressing ongoing difficulties in the sport, including media coverage, pay equity, access to facilities, as well as commercial sponsorship possibilities that have historically slow expansion of women's sports. Experts in sports development observe that well-known endorsements from legendary athletes have the ability to drastically quicken the expansion and acceptance of new sports markets, so Jordan and Bird's possible participation very important for women's progress in basketball. The advertisement flow of any announcements pertaining to Joe Clark and Dan Bird would be huge, considering their collective impact across various demographic groups and their capacities to attract media coverage and customer interest in several markets, sections. Jordan's worldwide reputation, acknowledgement, and financial success give market access and reputation. It might significantly improve the impact and scope of any cooperative venture, especially in global markets where basketball is popular. Keeps expanding. The relationship between birds and basketball culture in the Midwest and Indiana enhances local authenticity and grassroots legitimacy that might useful for projects aimed at young people, growth, or community-based basketball leagues in those areas. Regions. Clark's present momentum and influencers on social media give access to younger populations as well as women, audiences that might not normally participate in conventional basketball. Marketing strategies.
Many fans there, at least in part, to see Indiana star player Caitlyn Clark.
Providing chances for creative and marketing tactics that are inclusive. The confluence of their various audiences. Marketing could be created by appealing possibilities that have a wider and more varied customer groups than any individual collaboration could accomplish, maybe transforming the way basketball-related goods and services are advertised. Contemporary basketball uses technology more and more. Elements such as performance, analytics, applications for training, coaching tools for virtual reality, and online resources that improve player growth and fan interaction over every level of competition. The combination of Jordan's commercial prosperity, Bird's knowledge of basketball, as well as Clark's comprehension of contemporary athletic opportunities could arise from progress for cutting-edge technological endeavors that enhance basketball practice and performance, analysis, or experiences of fan interaction.
Those things tend to get skewed also by her star power, but she has a real show.
Mobile apps, online learning environments, and online coaching resources are expanding markets that might profit from the legitimacy and proficiency of renowned athletes who comprehend both classic basketball principles and contemporary performance enhancement methods, virtual reality, as well as technologies for augmented reality provide opportunities for immersive basketball experiences in training that could be used to the skills and expertise of everyone. 3 participants to produce thorough programs for athletes' development at different degrees of competition. Investing. Sports technology opportunities. Businesses could profit from there, combining expertise in the field, financial assets, and the capacity to supply strategic direction for the product, growth and positioning in the industry, and the technology used in competitive sports. Scenery. The evolution of basketball. Initiatives aimed for young athletes represent important chances for favorable effects and involvement of the community that complement the values and knowledge of the 3 possible partners. Jordan's business and competitive history. Success serves as motivation and credibility for initiatives intended